You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Governor Ademola Adeleke has won the Osun State governorship election. INEC says Adeleke polled 511,067 votes to defeat his closest challenger, Bola Ahmed of the APC, who scored 444,814 votes. The results were all announced from the 30 local government areas. Adeleke's victory secures him a second term in office on the platform of the Accord Party. Now, lawyer Frank Tiete joins us now for further analysis of the exercise. Mr. Tiete, thank you so much for joining us. Always great to have you on the show.
Ademola Adeleke has just been...
Thank you. Mr. Tiete, just making sure you can hear us. Can you hear us?
Oh, loud and clear. Yes, very well.
Okay, so the results are in.
Too.
Yes, we can hear you. So the results are in this morning. We've seen Governor Adeleke, former Governor Adeleke, will now be once again Governor Adeleke of Osun State. So I'm just wondering, based on everything that you've observed throughout the election process up until this moment, how would you assess INEC as a player in all of this and the work that they've done from the campaign period up until yesterday? And going into especially the 2027 elections, are there any lessons that we should be taking forward with regards to INEC as an umpire of this kind of event?
Oh yes. For me, it's congratulations to INEC. INEC has disappointed a number of its critics. INEC has done quite well. It has proven that it can really organize elections despite several hitches, despite the behavioral problems associated with the participants, whether as candidates, electorates, and observers. INEC has proven, from this standpoint where I observed these elections, yesterday I was at the Election Analysis Center of the Center for Democracy and Development, along with Professor Sam Amadi. I also followed very closely the way results were uploaded onto the INEC results viewing portal. And I find that to be very seamless. I don't know what other contrary reports. Sitting on my desk, I was able to see results being uploaded real time. And I was observing that the trends of the results as they came in. And that could now authoritatively give sites like thisdaylive.com to, accurately map the results. So a lot more persons already knew the results long before it was declared. Now, as a class credit to INEC, I remember that particular thing on the screen. I viewed it, while I was looking at the IREV portal, and I realized that INEC indeed has quite a lot to improve upon. You can see it, I have a copy here. You can see for everything that was written, there was a cancellation, there was mutilation, there was rewriting, there was sign, there was nothing. And I'm referring to the result, the result from the polling unit of CHS school, Wasimi village. That was a huge embarrassment. That was a huge embarrassment for INEC when you realize that in the entire results I viewed on the IRF portal, this one stood out as something that INEC needs to work upon in terms of the recruitment of its ad hoc staff. One bad apple can indeed spoil the whole lot in the basket. That's the example of what I saw in in that polling unit from one semi village. So INEC has proven that it can get its operations right when it has all of the resources. So congratulations to INEC. It's on a specific note. It has a lot to learn from. Like I said yesterday, that there will be, problems, but the responsive rate at which INEC resolves those problems will determine how effective it is. And it has proven that it can do that. So this is actually a progress for our democracy. We hope this will translate to better progress in 2027. This election, I think, this Osun election, I think the APC has been better for it. Why do I say that? The president has also disappointed a lot of his critics. Many people thought that with the earlier weaponization of federal agencies and institutions and operational work in Osun State prior to the election, it will be largely rigged. But the president stayed away. The federal might was not visible. I was speaking to Professor Amadi yesterday as we approached the Center for Democracy Election Analysis Center. And the idea was that there's this observation that there's some measure of restraint on the part of the police and on the part of the army. I hope he speaks to that a lot more later. So far, it has been good. The final analysis on the part of the CDD is that it has been largely peaceful election, though it has been an election that I can refer to as a redefinition of two important things. I know we're analyzing INEC now, but what we have seen so far, because I don't know how much time I've got, so let me quickly let you know that the redefinition of party politics. We've seen that the political parties can be irrelevant when it comes to a charismatic and happy-go-lucky individual like Governor Ademola Adeleke. We've also seen that the insurmountable, almost insurmountable problem of vote buying, as we've seen Vimbai rendering that traditional expression there, aptly, interpreted by Dr. Steve, showing that shows that look, voters are now becoming wise, so they collect money and they vote their mind. So the redefinition of the fact that an individual can actually override and towards so much to the point that political parties' influence now becomes irrelevant is something we must seriously consider in terms of having independent candidacy in the subsequent elections. We're talking about Governor Ademola Adeleke, who took a fringe party, a party that was, was nearly irrelevant in national politics, and transformed it into a major force in an election and that delivered. And again, it also shows that the impartiality, the independence, and the manner with which INEC has conducted this election, if it's reassuringly reenacts it in 2027, then we will be making serious progress as a country and as a people, and then we'll congratulate ourselves indeed. INEC has done well. That's what I can say.
All right, Frank, thank you so very much. A couple of questions from me. I like the fact that you mentioned the independent candidacy, which for me speaks to personality and performance, and it shows that that's what played out yesterday. Do you think that this, therefore, should reenact the debate for personality, especially personality, not even performance, personality that people believe can deliver without the so-called party structure? We saw a vestige of it in 2023 with the Obi and the obedience movement, but then Osun has demonstrated it. How do you think that the sort of advocacy that will lead to individuals who might be denied access through party structure, can move forward? And then secondly, we saw in Osun people engagement. We saw Davido basically taking on, the role of 1 million people, giving analysis on a daily basis. And we saw people slept over at INEC headquarters and insisting that we're not fighting, we're not burning any place down, we're not killing anybody, but we want to secure our vote. What lessons can the generality of the country learn from what happened in Osun State overnight so that it can begin to tweak people's mentality towards what might happen in 2027?
Dr. Steve, we had great lessons from Osun State, and there were positive lessons. You know, many of us were afraid, and some turned to prayer, and again, an expression of the overly influence of religion in our elections. It shouldn't be. Even though we saw songs of praise being given to the Almighty God, as if the Almighty God came down to organize our elections or voted. We know the Almighty God reigns over all, but again, we must take responsibility as individuals. See, we learned many lessons. In the lesson of, powerful individuals, influential individuals, charismatic individuals like Adeleke. It also, you see, before the constitution is amended to allow independent candidacy, now other candidates must now learn that they must not be in APC, they must not be in ADC, they must not be in NDC or in what do you call it now, in accord, to win elections. They can, if they indeed are able to prove themselves. And that's why you should have an individual, legacy, an individual, credential that you can actually allude to whenever you're appealing for votes. Now, the corruption of our democracy has been, associated with the intrigues of political parties. Political parties have become more of a problem. They have not improved our democracy at all. They have not canvassed enough ideology. They have not shown that they are consistent. They are committed to anything but just grabbing power and then becoming anything but, keeping the commitments that they made in terms of build up to elections. So political parties have not been shown to be a problem to our democracy. Therefore, I expect advocacy groups, importantly, Center for Democracy and Development, to now push forward, what I call for legislative reforms. And I must also commend the National Assembly, because if you've seen that this election in Osun State has succeeded, it's as a result of the fact that some of those improvements in the Electoral Act, for example, the compulsory uploading of results and the use of IREV as a major reference point in determining what the veracity of results. The National Assembly has an important role to play. So, on a conclusive note, political parties are problematic. Individuals can, rise above political parties and actually deliver, what I say, political promises to the people, and the people can believe them. But when it comes to lessons to be learned on the part of INEC as we approach in 2027, one thing that is clear is that, it's important, but INEC knows that for every election, every election should serve as a building block on the previous one. And Osun has proven that, yes, INEC is making progress, especially in terms of deployment of logistics. We all had our fears. And again, I say this, that this is a disappointment to so many of us that actually expected things to go wrong. Indeed, things didn't go that badly. The president now takes credit, which on his part, I think was smart to have allowed things to go the way they have gone. If it had turned otherwise, even though there were some do or die elements in his political party, many of them who will, at this time, be very, very sad that things went this way, that the federal mind was not used in a nefarious manner it used to be deployed. But you see, the president ultimately is not the one that takes the glory, and then maybe the outcome is poor. Because right now the perception about him has improved largely across the world with this election. This election was one of the most widely watched elections. Now, personalities play a whole lot in elections. So you are simply, revalidating, the idea that personalities will now, from now on, drive our elections. Davido was an important factor in this election. The way he campaigned, you cannot take it away from him. A global award-winning, musician, ascribing to the fact that his uncle, should be governor, and talks about how good his uncle has been to the people. I watched the previous, clips where a lot was ascribed to the governor's family and how much money they have, and they are able to help people, and they're generous and kind people. So personalities, good name, and all of that were deployed in this election, and it favored Governor Adeleke. These are lessons to be learned, that when individuals come, they must not always depend on godfathers. They must not depend on federal might. They must depend on what they are, what they can do, and how much the people believe in them. That's one great lesson for Nigerian politicians to learn from this election.
Fantastic. Mr. Titi, I just want to come back to one previous point that you've made before, because it seems to be your position that federal might wasn't imposed upon this election. But I think a lot of people in Nigeria, particularly in Osun State, would disagree with that, especially with, the violence that we've seen, the allegations of intimidation and vote buying, even just this case with the EFCC freezing the Osun State accounts on the eve of the election, a lot of people would say that federal might was attempted, but was actually thwarted. So which would you say? Would you say that, Abuja wasn't trying to impose federal might, or would you say that they tried but were not successful?
They tried, but they were not successful. There were some elements. There were people like Governor Hope Uzodinma, people like Governor Monday Okpebholo.
This is funny.
People would expected some vicious use of federal might. President Tinubu did himself well by thwarting it. So you were correct. Your letter statement was correct.
Oh my God.
Federal might was prepared for Osun. And let me tell you, and let us have this understanding, nothing in an election, in a state election, can withstand the might of the federal government when it intends to do damage. And imagine the use of the army restricting people from voting, in strongholds of an opponent, or the policemen, facilitating the snatching of ballot boxes, or ensuring that, and then facilitating, feeling, I would say forgery and all of that. You cannot. We have just one. We have a federal police and we have a federal army. So the state having no control of any security force whatsoever. So if the federal government, if a wicked, nefarious, and irresponsible federal government decides to do damage to any election, it will be unstoppable. So the president has done well. And this pattern must be observed, especially in the coming national election in 2027. If that happens, President Tinubu, even if he loses the election,
Mr. Tete, sorry, I have to. Yes, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have to ask, because you said, okay, you agree that federal might was thwarted, but how can you say that, it was thwarted by the person who the use of federal might is being alleged against? How can Tinubu be trying to use federal might, but also be the same one thwarting it? I don't know how that works.
Okay, now.
You don't know how it works. Let me tell you how it works. The president sits there quietly in his villa, and then people are going all over in his name, dropping his name, making demands in his name. The president said, they go to the army, they go to the police chief, they go to whoever and say the president said do this. The president says do this. And if that positive statement from the president did not come, do not interfere in this election. Everybody, institutions and agencies play fair. And now, it was a smart move. And you see, it simply shows that there were some people thinking for the president, knowing that it would have been debilitating for the president, disastrous for the president, if it was observed in the Osun elections that he indeed, misused and abused presidential powers. Let me tell you, our country will not see this peace we're experiencing this morning. So it was a very smart move. I don't know, and whether this will replicate itself in 2027. If it happens, we will have got a milestone in progress in terms of our democracy. And that's what I was about to say, that Mr. President, you do not always have to win. But you see, there are some things you would do as president. Just look at Goodluck Jonathan, a one-term president. Look at how he's celebrated all over the world. The other day, I got a call informing me that President Goodluck Jonathan has been selected to become the next UN Secretary General. Imagine that. However flimsy, however verified it may be. The point is that look at him. He's a one-term president. He's now being canvassed to become a global leader of the United Nations. Now, you don't always have to win, but leave legacies that are enduring, and then you will be praised all over the world. You see, the president has done well. I am a critic of the president, a non-critic of the president. On this note, he's done well, and this must be replicated in 2027 elections.
Well, thank you so much for that, Mr. Tete. I think we'll leave it there.
All right. Welcome to Political Roundtable, everybody. My name is Ben O'Reilly. And of course, if it is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel, give us thumbs up. Don't be a stranger. Over here, we are a community, we are family. You are welcome to drop your opinions. The only thing we don't permit here is trolling, insulting, or cussing at each other. We don't do that. But you are always welcome to drop your take. Let us know what are your thoughts. All right, let's get this Political Roundtable show started, my people. I promise you're really going to enjoy this. All right, welcome everybody.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, I see we have over 30 people watching. Please hit a like, hit a like, hit a like. Now, let's get this show started by, first of all, addressing the elephant in the room. If you're watching right now, grab your keypads and help me answer this question. Do you believe the Osun political strategy, the Osun state political strategy, can defeat Tinubu and APC nationally in 2027 election? If you think yes, this strategy that was on play at Osun State can actually be replicated in 2027. And with that, Nigerians who do not support the APC government can actually defeat the APC. If you think yes, the strategy can work, drop a 1 in the chat. If you think no, this is just a one-off. There's no way this strategy can work. Drop a 2. And then we can now discuss the strategy. The good thing is we were all observing the election as it took place yesterday. First and foremost, I want to congratulate Governor Adeleke. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I really don't think the credit should go to Governor Adeleke per se. I think the people who deserve a huge congratulation from the outcome of this election are the people of Osun State. Let us give credit to the people of Osun State. The analyst from Arise News was alluding to the fact that this was a free and fair election, but in my opinion, this wasn't a free and fair election. What occurred in Osun State was the will of the people. It is the will of the people that triumphed. Yes, and we're going to examine all the 10 strategy that was at play yesterday. Everything they displayed in Osun State yesterday, we will examine all of that on today's show. So congratulations to Governor Adeleke. I think the governor did his best. He played his part, and I'm going to review what he actually did right. But the people of Osun State, oh my God, I think I'm loving them more now. I've always been a fan of Osun State anyway. Osun State is where I wrote my GCE, and Osun State is also, I think, I wrote my JAMB in Osun State also. And these are very friendly people, loving people, hardworking, brilliant, very smart people. Also, my longest paddy, my friend that God sent to me as my brother is also from Osun State. He's from Ila-Orogun. And all through this election, I keep chatting him back and forth like, hey, Abi, how this thing go be now? What do you think going to happen? But overall, I am impressed with the people of Osun State. Now, why do you think I am giving the Osun State people so much credit this morning? First and foremost, the level of vote buying that went down in this election, no bigari. Allegedly, I heard that in some area, they were paying as much as 20,000 naira per vote. I can't prove it, but I saw some videos flying around. I also heard that in some area, as much as 50,000 naira were being dangled in front of Osun's people to see if they can grab the money and vote for APC, allegedly. But what did Osun people did? Those who collected the 20 grand, they collected the money, collected the rice, collected the beans, the agbado, gari ewa. Yet they voted against APC. Man. Oh my God. I'm laughing in vernacular. Mona pity me. They collected the money and they still vote APC out. So that was really commendable, my people. Two, before we even go ahead, I also want to give a huge shout out to my brother, my guy, my paddy, the one and only 001. Shout out to my sister, that mom of five. How are you doing today, ma? You're welcome. You're welcome. Sister Yinkus, you're welcome, mama. Honestly, I want to give a huge shout out to 001 himself, Davido. Look, I can't love this guy less, man. And I think this conversation that we're going to start from now on to the 2027 election, we're going to focus more on strategy. I don't have energy to be dragging APC or dragging everybody. I just want to concentrate on strategy. And I think with this Osun election, Davido have sent a message to all well-meaning celebrities in Nigeria. I think Davido have shown Nigerian celebrities how they can use their platform to fight against election malpractices. Now, we all know Davido loves his uncle Adeleke, the dancing governor, and we know the relationship between Davido and his uncle is top-notch. Seriously. We have seen Davido and his uncle shows public display of affection, and generally the Adeleke family, you can always say that they are united and they are together. But that aside, Davido was giving constant update all through the election yesterday. It's like Davido was a blogger. Let's call it what it is. Davido really, really tried. Davido dedicated his platform, both on X and on IG, to this election. And the best part for me, one thing I kind of discovered about Davido in this election was how fearless Davido could be. You know, Davido is a jolly good fellow, smiling, always playing, and he's always there mingling with people in the grassroots, always, you know, he doesn't see himself as this super rich dude who is bigger than everybody. Davido always come down to everyone's level, and that played out in this election. It plays in his favor. Davido was calling everybody out. The first person that collected massive gbos from Davido, was that Edo State Governor Okpebulubulu. You know that governor don't know how to talk. I'm sorry, my Edo people. You know I love you guys. You know I love you to the moon, but I don't like your governor. I don't like. That governor Okpebulubulu, that dude is a disgrace to Edo people. Yes, his supporters, if he versus, let's call it what it is. That man don't know how to talk. That man will just open his mouth and just say something. But I think Governor Okpebolo should be held responsible by APC people for the reason they lost this election. If you look at the margin, I think, in 2022, Governor Adeleke won with about 22,000, and in this election, he actually won with about 66,000, all right? But Governor Okpebolo made it worse. He went to Osun State and was running his mouth as usual. But guess what? Davido followed him up real quick. Davido did not give him breathing space at all. The moment he went to Osun and made a mockery of Governor Adeleke, Davido posted his WAEC result. You know that result with F9 in almost everything. Davido shared it all. In fact, my blogger, I think it was Tosin posted it on my IG, and I had to screenshot it and went back to our backstage and I said, Tosin, did you verify? Are you sure Davido actually shared it? Tosin said, yes, I got it from his page. And I'm like, Davido know they play for this election. Davido really come prepared and ready. So the moment Davido went after Governor Okpebulubulu like this, Osun State people got angry. They started blasting the governor. And guess what they were tweeting? What was trending was, Osun is not Edo. Osun is not Edo. Osun is not Edo. And frankly speaking, part of the reason why I said I am not a big fan of Governor Okpebholo, and I would never be a fan of that dude. I ain't gonna lie. I can never ever be a fan of that dude. That man kind of, can I say, the man erased the last respect I have for Edo politics. Please don't quote me, don't misquote me. I've always loved my Edo people and respect my Edo people. Edo State used to be one state I used to thump my chest and say, look, whatever APC is doing in Lagos State or doing in every other Western state, they cannot try that shit in Edo State. But guess you what? They penetrated Edo State, and all of a sudden, Edo State became worst. You see this thing that were being replicated in some states now, especially what just happened in Osun State in this election, that used to happen in Edo State before. During political processes, if politicians are dominating every other state and everything, the moment they get to Edo State, they can't do shit. Edo people are strong-willed and they don't send anybody, papa. But surprisingly, APC just somehow penetrated Edo State, and now they have all kinds of characters in Edo State. Even Yaloja, everything about Edo State used to be so strong. Edo people, they know they back down. But now, Edo State has become, I don't even know what to describe it. And this governor Okpebholo that they have is the worst governor ever I've seen in Edo State. He doesn't know how to talk. He can't even put his thoughts together. He said a lot of nasty things, open mouth. He just created a lot of trouble for the political elites in Edo State. So, bro went to Osun State, started making mockery of Governor Adeleke. And that was when APC started experiencing huge backlash in Osun State. And we saw how that played out in this election. So everybody, let's give a huge shout out to my brother Davido. Davido really deliver his polling unit on this one. Like we say in Nigerian political parlance. Davido deliver in polling unit. All right. Before we move on, let me just remind you that we actually wanted to focus on Osun election and 2027. This particular blueprint that played out in Osun State, can we use this blueprint to defeat President Tinubu and APC in 2027? Do you think that can work? Ladies and gentlemen, grab your keypad and let us vote. And we will move on to the next segment. Do you believe the Osun political strategy can defeat Tinubu and APC nationally in 2027? 1 for yes, 2 for no. So, guys, grab your keypad. Let me see how you vote. Now, let me read some comment here real quick. Obi, how you doing now? Obi said, what is this man talking about? Yeah, that man on Arise News, even me. I'm just like, what is wrong with this man? The man was just shouting, Tinubu, 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 Tinubu. I just shake my head. This one passed Tinubu and his political machineries. If they have used force, it will be a disaster. And Tinubu, I don't think he wants that right now. Obi said, I am Igbo. I congratulate Governor Adeleke and Davido with Osun people, my in-law. You welcome our in-law, my brother. Thank you. Mama Vice, Governor Adeleke played APC. they meet APC. They did Ora for, he said now, Oha for Oha, Banga for Banga. That's what they did to APC. Mama Vice, this is the energy we need for 2027. Absolutely. Hey, Mr. Femi, how you doing? Femi said, remember that Adeleke is an incumbent governor. Yes, but with what happened in Edo State, I don't think his power of incumbency was what won the election for him. I think it was his performance. I think Osun State, Osun people, they were happy with him. I'll give you an example. When APC was the governor of Osun State, they used to owe the workers' salary, a lot of salaries. Sometimes they would pay the workers half of their salary. And that went on for a long time. I think during the time of Governor Oyetola, I think that was his name, they used to owe civil servants a lot of salary in Osun State. And Governor Adeleke, when he came in, at the point, they actually placed restriction on the state accounts. I don't know what was going on with that. But with all of that, Governor Adeleke still find a way to pay workers' salary. So Osun State workers, they were receiving their salaries properly. Now, where they now play politics with that was that the narrative they push out there was that the Adelekes are using their personal wealth to fund the government of Osun State, which is not true. Okay? But politics is politics, Politics is about how you can twist the narrative to your advantage. Okay? So the Adeleke political machine, they twisted that narrative by saying Davido and his family, they were using their money to fund Osun State government. Now, besides that, Governor Adeleke conducted a lot of projects in Osun State. I think he constructed so many roads, built schools, healthcare. And besides that, Governor Adeleke himself is a jolly good fellow. He was friendly to the people. He visited all local government in the state. And one of the strategy he used was in each local government, he actually did something that benefit the people. So over time, the Osun State people, they began to see Governor Adeleke as one of them rather than the governor versus the people, which is usually what we've seen in many states, especially states governed by APC. All right. I'm not saying all APC states, but in many of the APC states, it is usually the governor against his own people. But that wasn't what played out in Osun State. All right. Okay. Obi said, Oshuma married my third girl. Oh, you are really our in-law. No worry. We will give you pounded yam. Momo 5 say, collect their money and food and vote Adeleke. I love that strategy. Yeah, that's what many of them did. I'm going to show you one video shortly now where we begin to review what really went down in Osun State. There is this woman that was crying her eyes out yesterday, and I will show you shortly. That woman was sharing, I've never seen sachets of rice before. That rice cannot be more than 1 derica. He was sharing two bags of those rice and giving them money, and then they will collect people's voters card. And the woman was swearing for the people, saying, if you collect our money, you collect our rice, and you no vote for us, this will happen to your children. And those people are actually collecting it. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, this is weaponized poverty at its best. But the people collected. Guess what? The first set of results that came out yesterday, that woman leader, polling unit was among those first results. She lost her polling unit. She not believe her eyes. She was crying and shouting, want to say me, want to say me. In fact, I'm going to show you all of that shortly. If you haven't liked the show, please like the show. This is Political Roundtable from UB and the River.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Here is the woman I was just talking about. Listen to her crying and wailing. I think I have to find another video where
أهلا بكم في هذا الدرس. وقت الآن 9:29.
I don't even know what this one is saying, but I will show you the woman. I think she has a lot of, okay. Here is the woman where she was sharing rice. All right, let me show you guys. Just hold on. I will show you this video right now. Here is the video of the woman sharing the rice and beans to the people. Take a listen.
They like it. They like it. You got to say, you know, not you want to be.
You see that, right? You see them? That is APC people sharing 2 bags of rice, and they are collecting people's voters card. Or what was that they are collecting from them? Is that not their voters card? All right. Now, let me show you what happened to the same woman after the election. As soon as they started counting the vote, see una sister here. Listen to this. All right. Let me interpret for those who don't understand Yoruba. So, according to the gist, they said the woman used to be a member of a court party, and as soon as APC political machineries invaded Osun State, she switched sides. So she moved away from being a court party member. I think they caught her in anti-party activities, so they have to expel her. Then she went to APC and she started receiving the APC money. According to her, she was even caught bragging that in this Osun State, wherever she directed the people to go, that is where they will go. That she got Osun State on lockdown. In fact, watch this video. This is the video of where she was bragging about all of this.
Hey, get ready for me. Hey, get ready for me. Hey, what let me? Hey, what let me? Me don't go here. What let me? Accord. Hey, Neribo. Sebi gba ti Davido wa be se campaign be ro ti mo lẹ́yìn yin. Se be ro ti mo lẹ́yìn Davido nu. Se be ro ti mo lẹ́yìn Davido nu. Rí ní ayé yin. Rí be Davido ó rí pé àwọn brother rẹ̀ àti sister rẹ̀ wọ́n balẹ̀ jẹ́. Èmi ẹ̀rọ àríkẹ́ kọ́kọ́rọ́ tí ń sí Ọ̀ṣun tí ń tì í ẹ lọ béèrè mi wò dáadáa mo ti fi lé mo lè rúdí lòye bá mi jí aṣíwájú ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún mi.
Okay.
ọ̀rọ̀ yóò ní dájú.
So let me interpret what she said for those who don't understand Yoruba. So she was saying she has left the Accord Party for them, and she owes the key that unlock votes in Osun State. She says she's the one that has the key, that wherever she wants the people to go, that's where they will go. And that now that she's no longer a member of the Accord Party, that she's going to throw her weight behind the opposition, and that the Oyebanji, that is the governorship aspirant of APC, will now be the one that is going to get all the vote from her and her supporters. But anyway, we saw how that played out. So, as I was saying, her polling unit was among the first time polling unit where votes were counted, and the thing shocked her. the vote from her unit, I think Accord scored, I think 220 something, and then APC scored about 160 something. And then she started crying and shouting, "Hey, now Ojoro be this, oh, now Ojoro be this, oh, hey." That was crazy, man. Anyway, let's keep it moving, my people. All right, I'm going to take some more comment here real quick. Sister Yinka said, Osun State indigenes didn't come to play. Very lovely people. Ife forever. Osun folks collected but voted against APC. My aunts and I were laughing like mad. Yeah, that's what happened. They show APC shaking. I also say, Mom is from Osun State, so I'm half of them too. I'm claim my mama people. Mr. Obi said, Uncle Ben, you're 110% correct, because my supreme governor, number 4, brought loads of money to bribe Osun people, but the intimidation didn't work. Yes, I'm going to show you the video of the governors when they were leaving Osun State. They actually left late in the night because they were counting the vote all through the night, and I think by around 2 a.m. it was done on them that it seems Governor Adeleke has won this election, and there is probably nothing they can do about it. So, and they started leaving. Osun people were actually mocking them when they were leaving. As at the last count, on one account, they said about 12 APC governors were in Osun State. Another account say about 22 APC governors were in Osun State, you know. And tell me, what are they doing there? I think they went there, they wanted to go and show support to the APC candidate and probably see how they can rig the election, because I'm sorry, that is the only thing APC knows how to do. APC don't know how to win election free and fair. They can't, because they know they don't have the performance yardstick. They haven't done 30%, or they have not delivered even 30% of dividends of democracy to the people, that they can even brag to say, yes, we can actually go to the battlefield and we can win based on our performance. No, APC modus operandi has always been to steal election. They can never, ever win election without the use of force, thugs, bribery, vote buying, and all of that. That has been APC's identity. That's the only way they know how to win. And that is why you will see that APC are so strong when it comes to loyalty politics. Because if you won APC primary, either you were selected, choosing, or whatever, anyhow, they get you to be their flag bearer. You know one thing for sure, that the APC don't count on the electorate to get them the victory. The only way they know how to do it is by hook and by criminal activities. I'm sorry, this is politics. Don't even say, oh, people will come for you. Nobody is coming. It's what we see. Okay? It's what we see. That's the only way they know how to win election. All right? Okay, let me see some of that comment here. Thank you, Thunderstrike. God bless you. Sister Rose, how are you doing? You're welcome. All right, let's now look at some of the strategy that could be deployed in 2027 election in order to defeat APC. But before then, I'm still going to show you some more videos.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. Before we do that, let me show you the ERAD. The ERAD stands for what they call it now. ERAD, I think it's Election Result Analysis Dashboard. Okay. If you were following the election yesterday on Nigerian TVs, you will see the ERAD. Here is the ERAD, Election Result Analysis Dashboard. So for those who don't know Osun State, that is the map of Osun State on my screen. All right. So the yellow region are for Accord Party, which is the incumbent governor's party. And then the red region are for APC. And you can see from this result, Governor Adeleke actually won really great areas of Osun State. Let me zoom in, for instance. You see this Ife East. Ife East went for Governor Adeleke. In Ife East, they have 128,515 registered voters, and those who collected their PVC are 103,845. And then the accredited voters are 45,000, and total votes cast was 45,165. All right. Now, Accord Party won Ife East with 25,137 votes. APC got 70,121 votes, and ADC got 849 votes. Now, for those who don't know, ADC is the party of Atiku Abubakar. And of course, PDP score 0. Now, let me give you a background to what's going on with the PDP situation right there. So Governor Adeleke won his first time under the umbrella of PDP, but because of the way the APC and their political machinery destroyed PDP, just like they did to Labour Party, ADC, and they are currently attacking the NDC. The PDP have a lot of infightings between them. Remember, Governor Makinde used to be member of PDP. So as soon as Governor Adeleke realized that it seems this is not going to work, he then left the PDP to join Accord Party. And I'm going to tell you why that was a significant move when I start extracting the 10 strategy that works in this election. So Ife Central, Governor Adeleke also won Ife Central, and he also won Ife North. So Ife, for those who may not know Osun State that much, Ife is actually where you have the University of Ife. And, you know, that is one of the greatest university in Nigeria. So it's a very densely populated area. And that is where you also have the Oni of Ife. And mostly when you won Ife, there is likelihood that you're going to become the winner of the election. So other places like Ayedade, he won there. He also won Ayedire. Iwo, he won Iwo. Iwo is another strong political region of the state. And where is this other place? Oriade, yes, that is another strong local government. All right. While his opponent won Ife South and Atakumosa, as well as Atakumosa East and all of that, but the main areas where they have the political jugnuns, Adeleke cleared everywhere. He won Ejigbo, for instance. He also won, where is this place? Where is Oshogbo? Yes, he won Oshogbo. I think Oshogbo still remained the state capital, right? You guys from Osun State. Oshogbo, back then, Oshogbo was the capital of Osun, and I think it still remained the capital. So, in other words, Governor Adeleke won all the strongholds of the state. And that is when it dawned on the APC governors that it seems this election is gone. There is no recovery in this election. Well, now let us move on and discuss how Peter Obi and all the obedience movements across Nigeria can replicate the blueprint of Osun State election come 2027 election. Hey, Abi, I see you. I guess you are preparing for Sunday school, right? I see you, Abi. All right. So, what are the strategy that they actually use in Osun State, and how can we apply that to Nigeria in
Welcome
general?
to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
All right. Welcome back. Peter Obi. Any obedient watching this, I'm gonna mention a couple of things. You may disagree with me, of course, you're welcome. But I'm going to say it. That doesn't change my stance with Peter Obi. I've always been an ardent supporter of Peter Obi. But I think when it comes to Nigerian politics, there are some things that Peter Obi and his team are doing wrong. Okay? And we saw how that affected his chances in the last presidential election. And I'm thinking this time around, Peter Obi better leverage on everything he can learn from this Osun State election. Now, if I should ask you, anyone who actually follow, oh, Sister Rose, thank you very much. Okay, I see why I became in. Thank you. All right, so if I should ask you now, what do you think work in favor of Governor Adeleke mostly in this election that was conducted yesterday? Anyone who follow politics will know exactly what gave him that victory. Anybody want to suggest? Do you know what exactly helped him to emerge as winner of yesterday's election? Number one. Mr. Rose, come on now. He's not dancing. Mr. Rose, don't start to. Oh my God. He's not dancing that won him the election, Sister Rose. Why are you doing like this? Yes, I know. Say the man they dance. The man they dance well, but nobody dance to make her win the election. Okay. Any other suggestions? I see we have almost 70 people watching. Please hit the like. Are you getting any glitch from me? Can you hear me, or is my voice sometimes disappearing and then come back up again? Anyway, I'm going to download and re-upload this video. So, but let's be serious. What do you think? Okay, thank you, Abby. What do you think worked in favor of Adeleke yesterday? Okay, Mike Moses, thank you. Yeah, Mike say Davido plays a major role. Okay, Davido. Yes, I think Davido plays a significant role in rallying the people. One, Davido rallied the people to turn out en masse to vote for his uncle. And two, Davido was monitoring the election, like say tomorrow, no day. But yet, that is still not the reason why victory was secured yesterday. If you remember the last election, one of the things, there is one critical thing, one element that was missing in Peter Obi's structure that made it possible for, if there was ringing, I know we all know what went down, but since the election tribunal said the president won the election, I think that one is past tense now. But it was easier for them to do some shakamaji in the last presidential election because Peter Obi and Labour Party, they did not do well. They failed to put that particular structure in place. And I saw the structure playing massively in favor of Governor Adeleke yesterday. Let's see. Jan said good working in the state. Absolutely. That work in his favor. He delivers for his people. Yes. His political scorecard was really good. Mr. Obi said, Biko, let my brother Obi don't win because he's already a stooge to the Northerners. He will turn all of us into Muslims. I don't think so. Mr. Obi. Chimeze, how you doing now? Chimeze said, the people of Osun were very much radical and ready to die for their vote. They followed and monitored the whole exercise till the winner was announced. How can I like this your comment to make I start this comment first? You are truly a political observant. You caught it right. Exactly. Moses said, can we have some youth that will be vigilant and follow thoroughly, follow back their vote? Exactly. God bless you. You see, now you guys are getting the strategy that helped him won the election yesterday. You guys are getting it now. The people that delivered this election for Governor Adeleke are, first of all, the polling agents. For those who don't know how they run election in Nigeria, every political party, they will have their own agent in each polling unit. So those agents are the ones that will be monitoring the development in the unit. They will be the one that will be reporting to their control room that, hey, I'm in polling unit number so in so area. This is what is going on now. So anybody that have to step up or do certain things in order to combat whatever criminality that they want to practice, the person will act so fast. Yesterday, if you go to Davido's X handle, let me see if I can show you. Let me find Davido here. Yeah, I'm on X already, but let me find Davido. OBO. Because I saw that thing playing out yesterday, and I'm like, David, man. Ooh, I'm so impressed with you, bro. Let me show you something just to drive this point home. Okay, Uncle Dayo, you're welcome. In fact, Uncle Dayo, I will send you the link. I feel like you will be in church. That's why I don't want to disturb you when I was starting the show. For those who don't know, Uncle Dayo is my co-host when it comes to political roundtable. Abby is in the studio now, but she no agree show face. I guess Abby they stay away from politics. All right, Uncle Dayo, I've sent the link to you, and I'm going to share the link for anybody who wants to contribute to the show. All right. That be say, Uncle Ben, I've told you I'm not a brother, I'm a sorry, when I say oh be okay, no verse, man, no verse. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know. God bless you, man.
Uncle Ben, it's not Obi, it's Obi.
Obi. Yes. No verse now. You know, say they call P2B all the time now. Ben. So when I say OBY, okay, Obi like
like
our finance minister, right?
Yes, like Obiageli.
Oh, Auntie no verse. So Auntie Obi no verse. I don't murder your name since no verse.
Okay, bye.
All right, Abby. Thank you, Mama. Okay. So how did that help Adeleke? This is Davido's X handle. Let me go all the way and show you what Davido was doing yesterday. I think Davido don't show Nigerian celebrity how to make things happen. So yesterday, the agents at the polling units, anything that is going on, they will send it to Davido, and then Davido will quickly put it on blast. Here is an example. So this man was at the polling unit doing some shenanigans yesterday. Those folks in the polling unit, they sent it to Davido, and Davido quickly shared it. Davido say, look at him, looking everywhere. And I think that is the candidate. Listen.
Ìbò tí a fẹ́ dì ní ọjọ́ Saturday, ìbò ìdàgbàsókè ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ni. Ẹni tí ẹgbẹ́ wa gbé jáde, Bọ́lá Oyèbáméjì, ni ẹni tí ó dángájú ẹ̀ láti ṣe ìjọba tí ó mú ètò ẹ̀kọ́ tó yantiri àti ètò ìlera tí ó péye, pàápàá jùlọ iṣẹ́ òde tí ó jẹ́ kí àǹfààní tó wà fún wa ní nǹkan bí ọdún mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn.
Sorry, I know a lot of people on our platform here, they don't understand Yoruba, but this is one of the people that was campaigning for the so-called governor who was running against Governor Adeleke. So, I think this is Davido in one of the rallies in Osun State, but I want to go to now, look at this. Davido shared this. He said, Mrs. Pauline Ugoyeka, I heard you are still in Osun. Your mission tomorrow will fail as the INEC rec. Osun people will stand by their vote. So, those people who are working with the Adeleke, the party agent, as soon as they spotted this woman was not supposed to be in Australia in the first place. They sent it to Davido, and Davido quickly posted on his platform. Now, you can feel the effect of that move. Uncle Dayo, you're welcome, sir. May we analyze this together. Happy Sunday, Uncle Dayo. How are you doing? Uncle Dayo, you are muted. Mudaro. APC, don't grab Uncle Dayo mic. Uncle Dayo, I can't hear you. You are muted. Anyway, okay. I think he went out and he's coming back in. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Uncle Dayo. It's probably network. Let me know when
yes,
okay. Welcome, Uncle Dayo.
Thank you so much, sir.
Eku Ibo in Osun State.
In fact, Uncle Ben, you can't know how happy I was about this election, and for obvious reasons. Yeah, this shows a roadmap to 2027 for me. This is a roadmap to 2027. I'm happy that our people, at least some of our people, are serious and determined to have good governance. I'm really happy about that, Uncle Ben. I'm really happy about that, because when you watch everything that happened, now, I don't know, maybe you follow the days related to this election, what these APC members, what they were saying and what they are doing. They even came on air, Uncle Ben, they came openly to say that anybody that is opposing them should be done away with. Who does that in an election?
Imagine.
Who does that? And they did it and nothing happened. No arrest, nobody to reprimand them, nothing. And the whole people were under fear. In a country where we celebrate rule of law, some group of people can come and threaten other people about exercising their fundamental human rights, and yet they get away with it scot-free. But I'm so happy for the people of Osun State. They made their mandate count, and they really came out and do what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. Mom Shim, how you doing? Mom Shim said, Osun State people took the election very personal. They protected their vote and refused to be intimidated. Honestly, that's why I'm saying I think we have to replicate this in the 2027 election. Osun State people, I've never seen people so ready to defend their vote like Osun State people. Even while the talks were bringing gun, police, all of them stood and said, never, it's not going to happen. So, but as I was saying, here is another one. This is what we call grassroots structure. So, apparently on Friday, some people came, APC people allegedly, and they wanted to come and cut away election materials. So, this person saw it, they posted it, and they tagged Davido, and they said, as reported, the DPO of Bola Ahmed local government allegedly led APC talks in an attempt to cut away election materials in Ota Ayegbaju. So they countered that move immediately, and then Davido put it on blast immediately. These are the reasons why Dr. Ademola Adeleke won this election. Because the people are ready to fight for their right. They envisage APC will make all of this move, and they are ready to counter APC at any point in time. Here is another one. You see, this one actually brought gun, and the caption said, this is what happened in Atakumosa East Local Government, Ward 04, Iperido. We collected this gun from APC thug called Ojo Aisa just now. It has been reported to Iperimo Police Station headquarters now. And Davido also share and say, my Osu people know they play. Which means since Friday night, Davido has been on ground and they are working with all of these grassroots structures. So Peter Obi, if you ask me, Peter Obi should stop all this. I'm granting interview, I'm talking. Focus on the grassroots now. It is one thing for people to be on social media and say, I support Obi, we want to be. When it comes to election is determined at the grassroots. It's not just about being on national TV. It's about putting your house in order now. Uncle Dayo, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, sir.
Sir, to win an election, you must have what they call the foot soldiers. Foot soldiers are the grassroots people that are there on ground for you, doing all the work. They are like the foundation, whether you're going to win or lose. The stronger they are, the better your chances. If your foot soldiers are not strong, there are no chances of you winning. Now, look at what happened. It was those foot soldiers that helped Accord to win this so-called election. They were there all over the place because these are the people on ground, watching and looking at everything that is going on. Those people, those alleged head of police and those people that wanted to come and steal away some of these election materials, they would have succeeded if not for the foot soldiers that were on ground, that Dakar made it open and Davido blasted it. They would have succeeded. And then once they have those, you and I know what they will do with it.
Yep.
And before you know it, everything will be scottled. But thank God that those foot soldiers did their job. So if Obi is going to learn from this, he should start working with the. And now look at how easy it is. I don't believe there's any local government or maybe any, if there are none at all, that Obi does not have people that are supporting him. He all just have to do is just to kind of just connect the networks, work with them, tell them where and what to do, so that they can be able to take a step ahead of these people. Even before they make their move, they already know where they're going to come out to. We know the game plan, Uncle Ben. We know all their moves. We know how they normally do these things. Just to put check on all those things, and then they become incapacitated. They become, see, anyway, I'm happy that this happened. At least now we can see the kind of blueprints on how to go forward in 2024.
Exactly. So here is another one. Let me take this comment real quick. Moses said, it was their brutal mindset that made them to monitor their votes. Let's do more in 2027. We want this shenanigan APC government to pack their load to leave office. Tinubu thought. So here is another one, Uncle Dayo and everyone watching. So this guy apparently working for Edo State governor, he went online and started gambling.
We tell when I say we dey come.
Edo people,
When I say no lie.
just imagine.
Osun. They don't want to hear what? Osun. They don't want to hear what? Osun. Adeleke, Adeleke will learn in the hard way. Tomorrow. Adeleke will learn in the hard way. Tomorrow. I told I said we will not come Osun. When I say if we come Osun, say Abat, call them, tell them that Bako is trolling in the street of Osun. Tell them. I don't get level. Adeleke will learn in the hard way.
A very hard way.
Davido will learn in the hard way.
Very hard way.
Since you say you don't want to sing, you want to do politics, we will finish you. Yeah, okay. Everything day. We ready.
On ground.
We ready.
On ground.
Adeleke. Imu.
Edo. Show them.
Edo.
Show them.
Edo.
Couple head.
Two head now.
Davido, couple head.
He go commit suicide.
How about two head?
No matter.
Faster.
Adeleke. We learn in a hard way.
Okay, so for those who don't know, this is some of the ways they use their political talk to scare people away. This guy is from Edo. He's in Edo. And he said they are going to Osun. He made this video and I was saying all of this rubbish. As soon as the Adeleke team saw the video, they tagged the video and see what the video did. The video retweeted and the video tagged Tugidisu. I think that is the Inspector General of Police. I also tag the DSS. Now, how do you think this will affect the guy? As soon as he tagged those one now, even if they don't arrest him, I bet you they're going to make a call to Edo State Police Command like, guy, see this guy. Who is he? What is he saying? Because after this video, the guy did not share anything again. The guy just went radio silence. So it's all about people being on ground and ready to do the rudimentary works. So in the morning yesterday, Davido tweeted and said, if your Beaver's camera is not working, please tell the officials to use front camera. It is very active and fast. Uncle Dayo, I don't know whether you see what is going on here. This is yesterday morning. So the agents at the polling unit, they are reporting to the Adeleke control room, or when is it control room, Abi? That's what they called it now.
It will be their control center. It will be their control center.
So they were reporting, and the video is passing the information immediately. So people are already aware. Because, for instance, one of the ways they can disenfranchise the voters is to tell them that the camera on the beavers are not working. But now they already put information on blast that, okay, if the back camera is not working, the front camera is working. And how does this help? This now help more people who they would have used some of these flimsy excuse to discard. It now help them to vote, to cast their vote. So come 2027, these are some of the things Peter Obi and the NDC should be working on. They should forget all this crap about money. All I kept hearing from NDC is, one candidate is annoying, one candidate pay million. You guys are not ready. And in particular, Peter Obi and the people that are working with him, they should really study what went down in Osun State and see how we can carry all the Nigerian supporters and everyone that wanted change in Nigeria, how we can carry them along. That's one thing people should know. So that was the first tweet from Davido. The next thing, this one was trending again. And as soon as this clip made it out, they tagged Davido again, and then Davido put it on blast. Listen. Okay. Okay, let me explain to you guys what's going on here. So very early in the morning yesterday, allegedly, with what we see in this video and what they were saying, APC people, they don't begin share money that early morning. Guess what? Those foot soldiers, guess what they did? They went there and disrupted the APC money sharing people, members. They snatched some of the money as evidence, and then they called the attention of Channels News to what's going on. As soon as Channels News post the video, guess what? The video share it again. And it captioned it, Osun people, they give me joy. So everyone is aware of what's going on. At the polling unit, as I was saying earlier, the polling agents, which is critical, which is why I'm saying it, that Peter Obi should stop talking now. I'm done with all we don't hear enough. We know you have what it takes, you have the plan. Stop talking. It's time to focus on grassroots and the people that really want to work. So here, in one polling unit, the agent saw what is going on here, and this is where Davido's dad came and voted and everything. They took the picture immediately and they sent it to Davido, and then Davido also shared it immediately. What do you think Davido was doing? That was to encourage voters to come out. Uncle Dai, you're right?
Yes, sir. He was canvassing for voters to come out and vote, because the more he blast this thing is to give them more confidence. Already, some of them are scared because of all the threats that they've had in the last couple of days before this election. So many people are like being scared, not knowing what to do. But with this blasting and with all this revolution and with all this kind of encouragement, many people have been encouraged to come out to come and vote, and that was what really happened yesterday.
Exactly. Now, see what is going on Davido's platform yesterday. After that, Davido was tweeted. I'm not sure say that guy arrest. The next thing is that Osun State youth are seizing APC money meant for vote buying. Information is power. So as they were supplying him the information, he's putting it on blast, which means everyone all over Osun State, they are aware of what's going on. Then he shared this one next. He said, just in, Osun PDP chairman Sunday BC has been arrested in his Ilesha residence around 2 p.m. by the police. Police invaded his house, accusing him of moving around on the day of election. The same agency that ignored APC thugs harassing voters. It is well. Now, this is another message that also circulated that is kind of sending indirect message to the APC thugs that, listen, police don't they babble na people. If you do anyhow, you collect anyhow. Next one, Davido said, snap your result sheet and send to this WhatsApp. He dropped a WhatsApp number. And that was around the time they started counting the vote. Then, next one, here comes this Baba Wiri here. This man, Senator Father Onsi, has authorized his supporters to be extremely violent towards people who didn't vote for APC in his polling unit. This was the same senator that said Accord members should be quiet if seen around Elisha axis. Now, let me allow you to hear what he was saying. Okay. Let me tell you what he said. So he instructed the thugs and said, this is his own polling unit. He said they should monitor the votes as people are casting their votes. He said anybody will cast vote where he not supposed to cast, and that is if they vote for Adeleke and not APC, may they scatter the vote. And they caught him saying that on camera. What the team did, they quickly put it out on blast and tag Davido, and then Davido say, very wicked human being. Davido also shared it. So everybody, it's like Davido was updating them. He turned himself to journalists yesterday. This guy, I don't know Davido get energy like this. So Uncle Dayo, how impressed were you with Davido, sir?
Honestly speaking, do you know that this guy came directly from his store? He didn't sleep, landed from his store just for this election. And I'm sure if I thought this guy would sleep, it'd just be around now. Because throughout yesterday, the guy was just too busy. As busy as he could ever be. In fact, I really pay kudos to him. He has really tried.
So Davido did a lot, and I think all the celebrities in Nigeria, wherever state they are in, they are supposed to also use their platform like this on the election day in 2027. Now, as at 2:33 p.m., Davido started tweeting back to back. Davido said, it is now 2:33 p.m., yet no result has been uploaded to the IREF portal. What is the delay? Nigerians deserve transparency and timely update. Remember, Davido already put APC on a chokehold when he called upon Donald Trump. Say, Trump, it's time you better come and look what is going on here. So even the APC too, they are equally mindful of what they are doing because they don't know. Maybe international observers are also on ground monitoring them. I'm just saying, I don't think that would actually do anything anyway. But I'm just saying that for people to realize how powerful was Davido's action yesterday and how he actually helped his brother to win this election. But my main focus is the networking, the collaboration between Davido's team and all those polling agents, as well as the people of Osun State. That was commendable. In fact, I respect Osun people more. So next thing, Davido said, make sure your polling unit results are uploaded on IREV in your presence, and make sure the figures are entered on ECD. Is that ECDA 8A? We will follow our vote bomber.
Now the form that they will like upload into the server. So that's what he's saying. I think that is the form that you will now collect all the results. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I say my network. It's my network.
Okay.
Okay, let me switch my network because I can't hear you again. I think the thing is freezing.
Okay, sir.
Just give me a minute. Give me a second.
Okay, sir.
It's my network. All right, Uncle Dayo, I think we're good. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. I can hear you well.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead, sir.
Now, I was saying that form that you are talking about is it's like master sheet whereby they collect all the results and they now upload it into the server. So that's why he's saying that they should take a snapshot of it so that there won't be any kind of changes later on. You know, unlike the last time when we had this election in 2023 or so, when we had this election, these are some of the areas that the RF server and all were like having complications whereby they're claiming that this was the problem, that was the problem. But this time around now, he's trying to safeguard against it all so that once you have it snapped, you have that form snapped in your phone. Yeah. Even though they do not upload the real result to the RF server, it will be a kind of a proof against them that no, what they like actually uploaded is different from what was snapped at the center. Now, Uncle Beno, now that brings me to the next thing that if Obi must win, he should not allow what happened in 2023 to happen to him again. And I'll tell you why, sir. First off, the thing is that every polling unit, you must have your representative, at least one representative there. Every polling unit, every polling unit in every state, you must have at least one person standing there watching for you, just because of anything. Because if you are not there, they can do and undo. But if you are there as a representative, you cannot. If you see anything, say something. You can record it and you can post it so that people will know. And I think that's what really helped this man now, Adeleke. Davido made sure that every polling unit, they have agents there, and those agents worked. And that's the way to win an election. It is a provision by the INEC that every so-called contesting political party must have agents at every polling unit. It is your choice. It is your prerogative to monitor everything so that there will be transparency. But unfortunately, because of the logistics involved and because of the money, some of these political parties don't have agents as most of these polling units. So those ones that have agents there are the ones that can do and undo, and the ones that don't have an agent at those polling units, they don't even have a say in the matter. And that's how they have been doing all these things all this while. They make sure that they have their own agents at all these polling units, and they now, if there are no other agents there, they cannot manipulate whatever they want to do. But thank God that this time around, Governor Adeleke made sure that he had polling agents at every polling unit all over the state, and that's a good plus for him.
Yeah, and I think Peter Obi, like I said, the time to talk is over. Personally, I'm not even listening to Peter Obi talk again. Make una know, not be say I don't like how maybe I stopped my support for him. No, I've always been his ardent supporters, but I just feel like right now, talking time is over. It's time to do the work. The people want you. We all know, even the sitting president knew that Peter Obi is the biggest headache he's going to face in the upcoming election. But without making adequate preparation to ensure that all polling units, I think they say Nigeria has, is it 170 something thousand polling unit, right? So they should be working on how to hire 170 something thousand polling unit agents as we speak. If they are not doing that, they are not ready. They are not ready, because we can see how that is working, or how that has worked in favor of Governor Adeleke, and how Davido coordinated with those polling unit agents and giving people on-time information. As it was happening in real time, Davido was spreading it out there. Which to me, I think Governor Adeleke better carry Davido go vacation. May he forget, say Davido get money. He just have to show, say, yes, you are a great nephew. Okay? Welcome. Please, I see we have just 16 likes and we have like almost 70 or 65 people watching. Can we please get the likes to 30? Please. That's just like 14 people. Just take like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, exit the chat, hit the like, and come back. God bless you. All right. Sister J said, Nigerians voters need to be educated that the election bribe money is their dividend. So collect it and vote their desired candidate. Now, waiting Uncle Dio don't appreciate before we may have the kick against me. That's made they no collect. But now, or should people don't show me say they can collect the money and still vote against APC.
Uncle Ben, you know that you were like against this when I was saying this before, that Nigeria collect the money and you still vote their conscience. You were like, no, there's not collect the money. That they should, that is made to the people. I said, hey, Uncle Ben, they can collect and still vote their conscience. Now I've been proven right. So I rest my case.
Osun people don't shock me. Wallahi, Osun people don't shock me. Osun is not Ekiti. No, Ekiti people worst. Osun people, no. I have newfound respect for Osun people now. Sister J said, until vote buying constitute disqualification of party, we will struggle to have a free and fair election. Unfortunately, this current APC House of Rep and Senate, they can't fix that one. Lie, they can't. Ronke, how are you doing, my lovely sister? You're welcome. Ronke say, it is not about INEC, it is God. When God said in, everything changes. Absolutely. I agree with you, my sister. But at the same time, God also wants us to play our own part. Abion Kudayo. I think God also
yes, so there is a great part for us to pay. There's a great part for us to pay because God will play his part. But the thing is just that you cannot keep leaving everything to God. God will not come down to vote for us. We are the one that will go out there to go and thumbprint whoever we want. Don't just stay in your room and say that, God, let the best candidate win. The best candidate can only win when you exercise your rights. Please.
Absolutely.
Let's know that. Thank you, sir.
You're right, sir. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Sister Ronke also said, federal power failed because God is at work 1,000%. And I think God was really behind the Osun State people yesterday. So, Sister Ronke, you have a valid point there. Mom, she say happy Sunday, Papi. Mom, you know say happy Sunday to
Happy Sunday, Mom. Happy Sunday, man. God bless you, man.
Mom, I'm very jealous. So you know how I can be. I'm jealous right now. Sister J said, God has given us the freedom of choice. We need to act. Absolutely. I agree 100%. All right, let me show you a couple of more things that Davido did, and I'm just so impressed. I can sit on this Davido page all day long and never be tired. So, Davido went ahead and also tweeted, he said, stay woke, guys. Monitor your votes. Let the result be uploaded to IREV. And lastly, follow your vote to Collation Center. In case if you miss it, maybe I should go and find that video. Let me see if I can show you. Osun State people, they follow their vote to Collation Center. Here is a video. Let me show you. I think yesterday election was like a movie that was binge watching. See, this is bus that is carrying election material to Collation Center, and they follow him by bike. At the point, the driver was making a phone call. They called the driver attention, say, drop that phone right now. Who are you talking to? Listen.
Who banned us? You let me baby. Come on. Oh yeah, go on. Hey, all guys, when you see motor pay. Hey, the phone away, you say you will not follow now. You are following our phone. Just before that. Just before. What do you like? Okay, when you see motor one. I'm going to go for 1 minute. Who banned us?
Uncle Daya, I never seen this type before.
No. Uncle Ben, when I told you that I'm actually impressed by this election, you thought I was joking. Do you know what they are doing? Because in the past, we have had rumor or we have had cases of, on the road to the so-called Collation Center, thugs will lay the trucks, they hijack the whatever, they hijack the result, blah, blah, blah. That's why they have to monitor everything to get to their destination. So they were really prepared for this. And I'm happy that they did this, because if not, see, all these are loopholes that going forward we must guide against, so that we don't give room for anything like this. Because these are the areas whereby they have been eating us in the past. After After voting, counting votes, then on the way to the collation center, they will say maybe thugs invaded the truck, or maybe they just attacked the truck and they made away with all the elections, blah blah, and then they go and declare their own results. These are the things that have been happening. So, and I'm happy that they really monitor this to the last. It's a good move. It's a good move.
Mom, she said, in fact, when I heard them sing about the 20K and 50K APC share, I was just laughing all through. It was just so funny, man. It was funny. All right. So let me still show you some more from Davido's X account. There's a reason I'm reviewing this, because there is so much to learn about how Osun State were able to defeat APC yesterday. So Davido continued to say, every election result posted from APC handles, consider it fake. They are failing already. And that was when APC machinery started throwing all kind of results on the internet yesterday. It was funny. I saw them, but Davido was updating the people that this is what they are doing right now. So continue to monitor the vote at the collation centers. Davido also said, Accord members are not allowed to vote in Ikire. He was still notifying people that see what is situation report, see what is going on at Ikire. Okay. And then Davido share how to monitor the result on iRev. In fact, I'm so impressed. Even though I know Amuk Peter, I think that's INEC chairman, even though I know Tinubu appointed him and all of that, but I like the way they kind of digitalized this election. You see, this particular application they used yesterday, people are actually monitoring the result counts as they were uploading it to the iRev. They are just refreshing their phone to see that they can actually monitor it. So the video reshare it to educate the people that, hey, look, you can go and monitor the iRev from your phone. And that's what some of those guys were also doing yesterday. Next, the video said, alert. It is being reported that some POs, who are POs, Uncle Dayo? Are they not polling officers? Uncle Dayo, I mean, network don't kick Uncle Dayo, and I knew it. Network don't kick Uncle Dayo out. Okay. So the video said, it is being reported that some POs are saying they will only input result at the collation center. All Accord supporters and voters should ensure the results are filled into the form EC8A, signed and uploaded to the iRev. Insist on your right. Call your staff to order at INEC Nigeria. Federal might will fail here. Now, for those who don't know what is going on here, I remember vividly in the last election, in the last presidential election, all the wuru-wuru way them do, it was done at this point. At this uploading the result to the iRev. That is why when they were proposing, I think about 3 or 4 months ago, when they were deciding if results should be announced in real time and then the House voted against it or something, it was because of this particular notice that the video is sharing now. They decided they're not going to upload the result into the server from the polling unit, and the video was informing everybody that make sure they count it right there, you signed it, and they upload it in your present. And that's what they did. So that was really, really good coming from the video and the team. So the video also tweeted and said, because we are winning, they want to withdraw the police and military. Mr. President Tinubu, you're killing democracy. The video was just calling anybody out yesterday. And I remember yesterday why they were trying to do this bullshit also. When they were winning, they wanted to withdraw the police, withdraw the military, and thereby create room for the thugs to invade the centers and probably snatch ballot boxes or change the result and stuff like that. But the video continued to call them out. Then Davido started sharing the results that were uploaded. So he said, oh yeah, at INEC Nigeria, 295 results of 3,763 polling units. Keep pressuring INEC to upload. You are doing great. Pressure INEC to upload. Force them to prevent manipulation. So that is when INEC began to upload the results yesterday. And it really worked out in their favor. So as they were announcing the result, Davido was tweeting and everybody was also sharing. And then at the point, the APC people, they started publishing their fake result, and Davido quickly shared it to alert the people that APC have started though. You know, they did this bullshit with Peter Obi in the last election. So my people, the point I'm trying to make on this episode of Political Roundtable is that if Peter Obi truly want to become the president in 2027, him and the NDC working committee, they should now start grooming, training, hiring grassroots polling officers. That idea of I know they give shishi. Peter will be better. They better kick that shit out. Ain't gonna work. If you want the polling officers to do a good job, pay them even as much as 100K for that very day. Because the polling agents are the one that we guarantee. They are your eyes, they are your ears. They are the one that's going to give accurate result of what is happening at their polling center. Let me even shock you. Did you know that Accord people and their supporters, they already knew Adeleke won 5 hours before the INEC chairman in the state announces results? They already knew. Why? Because all those polling agents, they are super active. They are very active. And they were updating the operation room of Accord Party constantly. So 5 hours before INEC finally announced and declared Governor Adeleke as the winner, they already know they won. Even all the governors that went to Osun State, they left Osun State 5 hours before the final result was announced. So, Obedient Movement, NDC Party, and all well-meaning Nigerians who desire to have a change of president in 2027, we must learn from this blueprint. If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. So finally, let me just quickly highlight what strategy was deployed in Osun State election.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
At this point, I must deeply appreciate Mr. President, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his strong support for a free and fair election. Mr. President is a son of Osun State, and I hereby reaffirmed my earlier endorsement of him for a second term in the 2027 presidential election. And growth under my renewed 5-point agenda. At this point, I must deeply appreciate Mr. President, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his strong support for a free and fair election. Mr. President is a son of Osun State, and I hereby reaffirmed my earlier endorsement of him for a second term in the 2027 presidential election. And growth under my renewed 5-point agenda. At this point, I must deeply appreciate Mr. President, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his strong support for a free and fair election. Mr. President is a son of Osun State, and I hereby reaffirmed my earlier endorsement of him for a second term in the 2027 presidential election. And growth under my renewed.
Okay. Uncle Dayo, before we move on, what are your thoughts surrounding this speech coming from Governor Adeleke thanking Tinubu and giving him accolade for a free and fair election? Do you really think this was
if you can hear me, Uncle Ben?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
If you can hear me, yes, sir.
I can hear you.
I saw this video earlier this morning on my secondary school platform. Somebody posted it and the person was like trying to praise him or something. And I remember that I commented on that platform and said, this is a good statement. The man knows, the man is a politician and explain the politics to the. What do you expect him to say? To come out and say, hey, the president did all this, he gave my winning bid. If a politician is playing the politics, and whatever he said is just for him, not that he has got what he wants, for him to be on a good pitch with anybody. And they must know what the talker and what they stand on this issue. If a politician must play the game,
okay,
and that's what he's being played for.
Okay. I got you. I think I understand your point, and I share your sentiment. Okay. Governor Adeleke is just trying to maintain peace in his state. However, rather than criticizing him for this speech, I think he's just being diplomatic, and I think Sister Rose got it right. This is diplomacy. Okay. Or laughing in his face. Yeah. Yes, Sister J said this is politicking. I agree, my lovely sister. The thing for me now is, where is Peter Obi and NDC in all of this? Where are they? I don't understand. Don't NDC, Peter Obi and the likes, don't they think that showing support to Osun State people as well as Governor Adeleke, that may actually work in their favor? Because as far as I can recollect, the NDC did not feature anyone in this election. I'm looking at the era again now. NDC did not feature any candidate. So why are the NDC not in Osun State showing support to Governor Adeleke in order for them to win at least some people over from Osun State? I'm thinking out loud here. So I don't understand. What's the game plan here for Peter Obi and the NDC team? It can't be like these people don't even understand politics at all. Even though Governor Adeleke declared his support for President Tinubu, that still doesn't mean NDC and Peter Obi shouldn't have showed up just to rally around Governor Adeleke. Well, I think that's food for thought. Now, let's go back to the strategy. All right, Sister Rosie, Americans do that too, hate each other, but we be smiling in each other's face. Yeah, it's politics. Moses said, Tinubu knows that if the 2027 election will be free and fair and credible, Tinubu and APC government will lose election. Of course, that one is not going to be free and fair. I'm just saying anyway. Okay, so now what are the 10 strategy adopted by Osun State Accord Party?
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you. Let us quickly go over the strategy that was deployed by Osun State Governor and his Accord Party. So, Governor Ademola Adeleke's victory in the August 15, 2026 Osun governorship election actually offers important lessons for Nigerians, honestly, especially opposition parties preparing for 2027, which Peter Obi and the NDC must pay attention. Okay? So, INEC declared Adeleke of the Accord Party winner with 511,067 votes, defeating APC Bola Oyebanji, who received 444,815 votes, a margin of 66,252 votes. It should be on record that Adeleke actually won with 19. He actually won 19 out of Osun's 30 local government areas, and this is a fact. So, these, in my opinion, are the 10 political strategy and lessons from this election. Number one, the candidate can be stronger than the party. That is the first thing I think people should take away from this, because Adeleke moved from PDP, like I said earlier, to a smaller party known as Accord Party. And yet he retained enough personal loyalty. He still brought his political structure and public recognition, which all of them worked together to actually give him this win. The win did not just happen overnight or magically. It has to do with the candidate himself, which I think Peter Obi have something similar. Peter Obi have moved from party to party to party to party, and any party Peter Obi moves to become the major opposition party. And we have seen how this has disturbed the ruling party, which is APC. So I believe that is one strategy they need to bank on for 2027. Everybody should know that the candidate can be stronger than the party. Peter Obi is stronger than all the parties he has been through. Number two, performance is the strongest campaign message. Hello, I don't know if everybody got this, but I'm just going to say it again. Your best campaign message is performance. And that is what has worked in favor of Governor Adeleke. That's why he cruised to victory. Despite everything the APC did, the intimidation, the bullying, the thug, the hired crowd, the smear campaign, and every damn thing they did to Adeleke, the people stick with him because he delivers. Performance is key. If you observe what is happening, one of the strategy APC and their supporters are engaging in order to discredit Peter Obi is to attack his performance, his record as former governor of Anambra State. They have attacked everything he built, everything he did, one way or the other, because performance speaks louder than vote buying. Even the president, the current president himself, President Tinubu, Lagos was one of the performance yardstick they used to sell him to Nigerians. You remember when during 2023 election, when the slogan "He built Lagos" was trending? He built Lagos, he built Lagos, he built Lagos. Indirectly, the people are saying he's a performing politician. If he becomes the president, he's going to deliver. So in this Osun State election, Governor Adeleke's performance was one of the strategy that works in his favor. Number 3, every candidate needs to build personal political movement. Governor Adeleke built personal political movement, and we see it. He already built his followership, his movement while he was in PDP. And by the time PDP finally collapsed and he was going to move on to Accord Party, it was so easy for the same structure to move with him. When it comes to 2027, I think Peter Obi Peter Obi have his movement, the obedient movement. A lot of people believed in him. But the one thing I see that is lacking in Peter Obi's favor right now is that grassroots structure. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is number 3 strategy as far as I can tell. Number 4 strategy, opposition unity must happen at the grassroots. Right now, if you look at this same Osun State election, the people at the grassroots, they are sick and tired of APC. APC have shown them maximum shaggy. APC was just coming to show them the banza. And Osun people say, never. This ain't going to happen on our watch. We no go agree, we no go agree. And that is why you saw all those videos, all those ones that was riding back, monitoring the election result all the way to collation center, all the people who are disrupting those cabals that were trying to buy vote. You saw all that was happening yesterday. These are the people at the grassroots. Governor Adeleke was not present in those nook and crannies of the state. But the people at the grassroots, they were fighting for him like no tomorrow. So come 2027, the NDC and Peter Obi, they must learn that opposition unity must happen at the grassroots. All of these people that say we don't want APC, we don't want APC, they must figure, Peter Obi and his people must figure a way to make sure these folks are united. In other words, when the people at the grassroots are united, by the time they go to the polling unit and some thugs are coming, these people will be ready to fight. That is what we saw in Osun State. So, Uncle Dayo, I don't know if you are listening. I've highlighted 4 strategies so far. Do you agree or disagree with any of these 4 strategies, sir? Uncle Dayo. I think Uncle Dayo left again. Nigeria network. You see, this is why APC must go. All right. Sister Yinka said, exactly why I said we are not ready. PO are just Mumu gang. They do not know how to carry the people. Moses said, very correct. In Obi mandate, we stand. Okay, very correct. Thank you, my brother. All right. Let me move on to strategy number 5. And that is, if you really observe the Osun State election, you're going to agree with me that they exploit divisions within the ruling party. Yes, let me explain. Disagreement arising from the APC primaries. You know, it reportedly, as everybody is aware of, that has pushed some associate of the influential party figures toward Adeleke's camp in Osun. And a smart campaign team identifies disappointed aspirants and the neglected factions. So they kind of won them over by befriending them. And how do they do that? They somehow include these aggrieved APC members as part of their campaign structure. So even when these aggrieved APC members are not really showing up wearing a yellow attire, on the ground, they are also working against APC because APC showed them shege in the primaries. How can this translate to 2027 election? The NDC, Peter Obi and his team, they need to begin to win all those aggrieved APC members over. We saw APC primaries, right? And we know that was one of the shambolic primary we witnessed in this election season. It was during APC primary, we see where the accounting number 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 30, 100, 2,000, 30,000. We saw all those shenanigans that they were doing. So presently, the APC is not a united front that we think it is. The people who are showing united front in APC right now are the governors and those who are so close to them that they are sharing the loots of democracy together. When you look deep into that party, the APC is fractured. So I think NDC and Peter Obi and every other person that is working as part of their political strategies, they have to explore that division in APC. All right. Strategy number 6. Protect your strongholds and expand beyond them. This one is really, really good. I love it for Governor Adeleke because in this election, Adeleke secured a large margin in his Ede base. You know, Adeleke is from Ede. Okay? But a home-based landslide alone would not have been sufficient. You can't say because the people in your polling unit, the people in your neighborhood, your ward, because they voted for you massively, that means all the people in the state are going to vote for you. So you have to try to protect that your stronghold first, and then you expand beyond them. Right now, if we look at 2027, I don't think the NDC, they are doing a good job for Peter Obi and Kwakwaso. You know why? All the states that supported Peter Obi in 2023, they are still intact. They are still behind Peter Obi. There is no need for the NDC and Peter Obi to be focusing on those states. Yes, they need the state. They have to make sure they retain the same vibe, the same energy they got in 2023. But now it's time for them to spread to all the states, especially the PDP states, those states that voted for PDP in the last election. The NDC is supposed to be winning those states over now, so that come the election, even if they are not going to win those states outrightly, they have to be so close. There should be no room for APC to give them a landslide defeat. It shouldn't happen. So I think they need to look into that strategy employed by the Adelekes in Osun State, which is to protect their stronghold and then expand beyond those strongholds. All right. Number 7, grassroots organization matters more than rallies. I think all the things Uncle Dayo and I have analyzed on today's show borders mostly on this grassroots structure and cohesion that needed to be built, because this actually worked in favor of Governor Adeleke. Yeah, you can have large rallies. People can be excited. You know, it can trend. Your political friends and associates and allies, they can come to the rally and speak good in your favor. But elections are won through polling unit organizations. Effective campaigns need ward and polling unit coordinators. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is one of the place where Peter Obi lost 2023 election, there were too many polling units without Labour Party representative. And what do you think happened in those places? They twisted the number. Yeah. So this ward and polling unit coordinators, they are your saving angel. Peter Obi and NDC, they better go and understudy how Adeleke uses that singular power to win this election. They also need to have reliable voters database, not the one that INEC keep releasing to them. In this election, Adeleke ensures that transportation and turnout arrangements are made. They trained party agents. And like I was saying when I was going through Davido's playing journalist there, the Osun State Governor and his team, they ensure fast incident reporting system. These are the things Peter Obi and the Labour Party were lacking in the last election. Okay? Number 8, give voters a clear local reason to reject federal pressure. We see how they mastered this strategy in Osun State election. Yes, there is federal might. Tinubu is strong. He is Jagaban. He can be everywhere. He can dominate everything. Those are considered as federal might because he is the current president and is the commander-in-chief. But when you give the people at the grassroots the reason to see that government closer to them benefits them more than the government that is far from them, then the people will see the reason why they should fight and protect their election. So the NDC party and Peter Obi, they must figure a way to ensure they have a structure that can actually convince the people that going with Peter Obi is worth fighting for, or else Bami is going to be there till 2031 and there is nothing anyone can do about it. Number 9, election vigilance is part of campaign strategy. Osun people, they get A1 for election vigilance. How many of you saw the video of Osun people when they were in front of the INEC center? Let me see if I can see that video. That was so good to watch. Like, these Osun people were literally keeping night vigil. I think even the INEC, the REC, I think they call them REC, the state INEC chairman, Uncle Dayo. Is it not REC they call them?
They have their name. I cannot confirm that here, but I think it's something like that. It's about state something. This electoral board for the states. They are just like the same INEC at the federal level, but they have the state chapter also. But then, unfortunately, it used to be under the state governor. I don't know. Maybe this new law has changed that, but the state rev or the state electoral whatever is under the state governor. Yeah, it's under the state governor.
Resident Electoral Commission. I think that's what they used to call them. But anyway, yeah, what I'm just trying to say is that the number 9 strategy I observe is that vigilante they kept yesterday. Election vigilance is part of campaign strategy, like as I said, because campaigning does not end when voting begins. Parties need to train agents to observe accreditation, counting, result sheets, electronic uploads, and collation. During the Osun election, results were uploaded rapidly to INEC's IREF portal, allowing parties, journalists, and citizens to compare polling unit results with collation figures. They were vigilant. And they took that vigilance to the state headquarters where the final result was going to be declared. People were there, massive crowd. They were there overnight too. Even at a point, yesterday, it was trending. Somebody said, is it this man from Kano who said this to himself? Someone said, Davido better not sleep. Oh. They say Davido go sleep between 3 a.m. They will declare a different result. And Davido reply and say, lie, no sleep. Oh, you know they sleep. But that was not just Davido. It was the people who were outside yesterday. Or should people try? They voted and they protected their vote. Finally, number 10 strategy that I observe is a broad message defeats political intimidation. APC in Osun State, they engage in political intimidation. We're going to use talk. I'm a daru. Anybody do this? Nah. Because the Osun outcome suggests that voters can at least resist the assumption that federal incumbency guarantees victory. And that's what they did. They no sent Tinubu and APC yesterday. Okay? But at the same time, opposition campaigns need more than anti-government message. They must combine public dissatisfaction with hope, credible leadership, local accomplishment, and a believable alternative. As it is, Governor Adeleke won the election, not because he's the best governor in Nigeria, but he did his best, and he have a solid team behind him. That right there is my 10 strategy that I extracted from this Osun State victory for Governor Adeleke. Let me take a few comments and then we call it a day.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, shout out to my lovely sister Didi. What's up, mama? Diaspora diva. Didi said, in my opinion, I think this Osun election is a strategy to deceive Nigerians because tell me why Adeleke still openly support BAT for 2026, even after they almost ousted him. Well, he's a politician, you know. But I think, me personally, I have issue with him openly supporting President Tinubu. But again, like Okudayo said earlier, and I think a couple of people alluded to that too, this is politics. It's just diplomacy. Okay? So, but Didi, you have a fantastic point. Ronke said, Yikus, you will be surprised because your Tinubu will be defeated come 2027. Just, okay. It's not Yabi Obi, Sister Ronke. Really, if you look at some of the steps Peter Obi is taking, even some of us that we are chronic Peter Obi supporters, sometimes it tires us. You know, I do understand Mr. Obi is not a frivolous man. He's not a man who believes that he should be wasting his money because he wants to be Nigeria president or something. But at times, you don't expect people to just hand over presidency to you. You need to show some level of madness too. I am not saying he should be out there fighting, causing or anything, but you have to begin to show the current president that you also have your structure and your network. And as we have seen in Nigeria, the main people that is going to guarantee you winning an election is not your rich billionaires, it's those poor masses. And that's why you have to build a structure around them. So for some of us who monitor politics from afar, when we see a candidate who is really not working with the people in the grassroots, we already know that this candidate will lose. Those of us with the US, I beg, tell me if I'm lying. Don't you see political candidates walking door to door with their volunteers. Sometimes they go door to door. They go on the street. They try to let the people form a rapport with them. But I know America is a standard place anyway. But still in Nigeria, right now, the focus should be on the structure. Not just, it shouldn't be on just, Peter Obi and NDC should not just say, okay, because I know the vast majority of Nigerians like me, they will support me, they will do. No, you still need to push them. You have to. That's just what we're trying to say. Moses said, sir, please, we want you to call Peter Obi, have meeting with them, including NDC chairman and the supporters. My brother, who am I? I don't want to take listening. They're not going to listen to people like us. The best we can do is to come online like this. Maybe if we share our opinion, maybe one day, some of the people closer to them can see our content and say, see, this guy or these people, they said this, they said that, you know. But who I be? Mike, small boy me. Runka said, diaspora don't get confused. Diaspora, don't get confused. The Lord won. Same will happen in 2027. We are defeating APC in 2027. Amen. But you have to put in the work, my brother, my sister. You can't win an election by faith alone. And I think God has been so kind and so good to us that God himself have made everything possible for us to be able to defeat these evil candidates. Now we not just they do our own part in Nigeria. That's just how I see it. Did he say Accord Party is working with APC? I don't trust anything from this election. Absolutely, I agree. At least if Governor Adeleke say they are supporting Tinubu, what do you expect? But I don't think the vast majority of Osun people are supporting Tinubu. Nigerians are crying. I've seen some people think that because Tinubu is Yoruba, Yoruba, they are supporting. A lot of Yorubas don't support Tinubu. All of us, they face these both together. The only people I see smiling and happy under Tinubu administration are the people who are connected to APC. Not even all these round one, all these talk we need 10,000, 5,000, 20,000. I'm talking about the people who are getting the contracts. Those are the ones who are smiling. Even APC member, we get business, then they collect. Their business are folding. The economy is terrible right now. All of us, we are suffering it. So please, people should not have that mindset that, it looks like saying, because Tinubu na Yoruba. No. All Yoruba are not backing Tinubu. In fact, for the past 2 months now, I've seen more Yorubas called out Tinubu administration than I can imagine. So we are in this together, my brother and my sister. Moses say, I saw it. I was very, very impressed because APC was doing everything to ring the election. Please, we have to really deploy the system. Please, kudos to Osun people. Yes, so congratulations to Osun people. Congratulations to Governor Adeleke. Congratulations to my OBO, Padib me. And of course, PO, I hope you're going to work with your team and you guys can come up with a solid strategy that we can deploy in 2027. Thank you, everybody, for watching Political Roundtable. My name remains Beno Real, and the community call me Uncle Beno, UB for short. If you enjoyed today's show, please don't be a stranger. Like, subscribe, and then drop your comment in the chat. I'll see you guys in the next one. If I still get energy to run the second show, I will run. If not, that means we will see tomorrow. I just feel like what happened in Osun State needs to be shared across platform so that everybody can see that the will of the people is greater than the will of these small politicians that hold all of us hostage. So big ups to my Osun State people. God bless you. God bless you, Osun people, for not collecting 5,000, 2,000, 10,000 and sell your vote. God bless you for defending and protecting your vote. You are, in fact, I think Osun people are the one that should be called renewed hope, not APC and their shenanigans. Osun people are the real renewed hope people. So thank you, everybody. Istayiku was replying to Istaroka, say, I'm obedient to the core. It is strategy that makes me weak. Absolutely, Istayika. We are all on the same page. Beam, how are you doing? Beam said, do you know that Obi promised the North that he's only going to be president for only 4 years? He cannot have my vote for that. That is, I think that is a conversation for another day. Honestly, to me, if you ask me, I think anybody that met well, 4 years is good enough to lay the foundation for a better Nigeria. Honestly, in my opinion. Remember Nelson Mandela? When Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa, he only did 4 years. But within his 4 years, he laid the foundation and the structure that now guarantee that Black South Africans can become president. Even though they've messed so many things up in South Africa. But all I'm saying is that when I look at Peter Obi did not strike me like a man who is going there for his own personal interest. I think Peter Obi just wanted Nigeria to be a better place. And to fix Nigeria, in my opinion, is not as difficult as all these politicians and current APC-led government makes him appear to be. To fix Nigeria is about, it's about cleaning the system. It's about fight against corruption. It's about retiring many of these corrupt judges in our judicial system. It's about firing a lot of these corrupt police officers. And more importantly, it's about ensuring that people do what they are supposed to do first. And last but not the least, it's about ensuring that Nigeria have constant electricity. Once you remove corruption in Nigeria, you cannot eradicate corruption completely, but at least as soon as politicians and everyone knows that when you steal, when you collect bribe, when you fail to do your job, if the law catch up with you, you are going to jail. Nigeria will begin to experience significant turnaround. So I think if Peter Obi say he's going to do 4 years, I think he can deliver in 4 years. I'm not saying in 4 years he's going to turn Nigeria around, but he can fix a couple of things that these corrupt politicians can never, ever fix. So please, Beam, I don't know if I have to campaign to you. Biko, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. God is with us, like Sister Ronke has preached. God is with us. God is going to make it happen, but we just have to play our part. Okay? Say, I could never support Tinubu ever. Okay, say the major problem of the obedience in 2023 is that the chairman and officers of Labour Party that are working against the party, they put fake agents in the polling booths. Yeah, you may have a point there. Sister Gay say, go to Abia State. Governor Oti has transformed his state. God bless you, Sister J. That's a very good example. Within 4 years, just 4 years, I haven't been to Abia State, but I have friends from Abia State. I watch the news and I see people give credit to Governor Oti all the time. I've heard people said what Governor Oti achieved in 4 years. There's some governor that has been there for 16 years. They did not even come close. So, Beam, if I just have to say it, sometimes it's not about how long, it's not about how far, it is how well. It's about the will, the determination to say, I want to do this for my people. Are you not hearing the trillion, billion that Nigeria is borrowing? Where has it taken us? Nowhere. So let's not lose hope. God will do it for us. Stage say 4 years is possible. I agree. It's like I say, Beam, what is wrong with that? I can also say Obi could only spend 4 years. So how is that a reason not to vote for him? These Tinubu people, you think we don't know you? Oh, Okudayo, welcome back, sir. What are your final take, Jare? Make I end the show.
Thank you, Uncle Ben. I must apologize. My network has been behaving very, very badly of late. I don't know what really happened. I just kept being knocked out of the studio. However, for my final take, I'd like to say this. For all of us, for some of us that have been feeling as if it's an impossible task for us to vote and have our vote maybe recorded or maybe recognized in the forthcoming election 2027. I think this is a good confirmation to us all that if you come out to vote, don't say your vote will not be relevant, because that was the general idea that they are trying to kind of impress on people, that whether you vote or you don't vote, they will enter again. They have been playing that slogan for so long, trying to frustrate the people from voting so that they can be able to manipulate their ways again into power. This shows clearly that if you can vote.
Hey, I can't hear you again. I think it's the network again. Uncle Dayo. I can't hear Uncle Dayo again. I think it's the network. Anybody, can you hear Uncle Dayo? Let me see. Maybe I'm the one who is not here. Uncle Dayo, unfortunately, we lost you. We lost you there again. Is this Tinubu and MTN network they use for Nigeria? Yeah. All right, guys, join me and Uncle Dayo this week when we'll be coming back again for another round of political roundtable. I think the network was really bad. I can't hear him. But I got to go now. Thank you, everybody. I particularly want to thank all the people in the chat. Sister Yinkus, thank you very much. Sister J, my friend, my new friend, Sister Ronke, thank you very much. Beam, Sister J, Sister Rose, Moses, thank you so much. You make the show interesting. And of course, Obi, my own sister, Obi, no verse. Thank God, Abby correct me. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Mom Sheen, my Wahala Gen Z lovely sister. Thank you so much. All right, Perry, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the next one. My name remains Uncle Beno, the one and only Bass Goes Uncle Beno. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.